Hello, family. I've been fighting. I've been struggling. I've been trying to find the correct lighting position. But yeah, we've started. Uh, I hope you had a wonderful day, or I'm hoping you had a wonderful week. Uh, yes. Let's get started. So basically, today, what we're gonna be sharing, I'm just gonna be emphasizing, or we're just gonna be having a small conversation about. Okay, okay, starting with the end in mind. Yes, today's topic is starting with the end in mind. For those of you who don't know, my name is Tato. Welcome to Table Talk and Prayer, the space where conversations get real and culture meets Christ, right? It's very important for us to involve God. It's very important for us to involve, yes, Jesus Christ in our everyday life, in our everyday living, right? It's very important so we can what? We can actually live a purposeful life, right? So today we're gonna be talking about starting with the end in mind. So basically, what it means before you start something, the picture of where you want to end up has to be clear in your mind, right? There's a quote that says, okay, I'm not sure if it's a quote or if it's a scripture, but it says, God will show you where He wants to take you, but He will never show you the process, or He'll never show you the journey that you're gonna take, because if He were to show you the journey, you might back out, or you might get scared, right? But with me here, I wanted to just talk about starting with the end in mind, right? So basically, what this means, it means that you as a person, as much as when we make plans, God loves, right? It goes to show that God has a purpose for each and every person in this life, right? As much as sometimes it doesn't seem like there's purpose behind your life, but there is actually purpose. There is actually meaning towards us being here, right? So you as a person individually, I need to make sure, or myself as a person, I need to make sure that I start with the end in mind, right? Of course, I need to invite God in everything that I do, but I need to make sure that the clear picture of where I want to be, or the person that I want to become, is very clear in my mind, right? Because along the way, it's gonna help me to be able to know how to maneuver through challenges. I know how to what, how to make sure that I don't get distracted along the way, right? So I need to make sure I have a clear picture in mind, right? I can use a simple example, right? It's always good. I know that I always like to use example just to make my content common, or just to make my content simple, that even a 6 year old can understand me, right? Just using an example, let's say somebody who wants to lose weight, or somebody who wants to go to the gym, you definitely needs to know, or you definitely need to know how many kgs you want to lose, or how many kgs you want to gain, right? I need to have a picture of, okay, this is how I'm going to be looking like after 2 years of working out, or 6 months, or 12 months, right? That's me having the clear picture in mind. It's a clear picture of where I want to become, right? Of the person that I want to become. Then from there, I do what? I work backwards, right? I work backwards. I can use another example. Before somebody builds a house, what happens? they need to have a proper plan, right? You go to your architect. What do they do there? They sketch a plan for you, and they take it to an engineer whereby they will decide how many materials needs to go in this building, all those logistics. Right now you have a solid plan of, okay, I need to have this many rooms in my house, I need to have this many garages. Right, once that plan is clear, now I can start first by doing what? By building. Right, but before I build, what do I start with? The most important thing is the foundation. So I need to make sure that the foundation that I have is proper. Right, the foundation that I have needs to be able to withstand or withhold the building that I'm gonna build. Instance, the skyscrapers that we see, or the tall buildings that we see around us, these buildings, their foundations are 25% of the building. Right, a skyscraper can have the same foundation as a two-room house. Right, because another building will be taller, and another building will be shorter. So what I need to make sure, I need to ask myself, what are my goals? Right, what is it that I need to, or who is it that I need to become? The person that I need to become, I need to make sure, okay, this is the person that, okay, will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then from there I need to tailor my plan, my foundation according to that individual. Right, this is why it's very important for us as people to know how to focus on ourselves. Right, it's very important for us not to compare. Right, because you can compare yourself with somebody who wants to build a double-story house. Right, but you yourself, you just want to build a three-room house. Right, so that person, you will see them buying a lot of materials or doing a lot of things, not knowing what their plans is. You copy them. Right, automatically when you start copying them, that's when now you start losing your own vision. Right, you start losing the vision that God has in store for you. Right, so it's very important for us to understand first, what is my purpose in this life. Why am I actually here? Right, where am I going? These questions, only God can answer them for you. Right, only your creator can answer these questions for you. I know most people, they have, it's almost like the more advanced we become, the further we get away from our creator. Right, the further we get away from our creator, which is something that will, or which is something that is very detailed, or it's very, I'm losing the word, it's very dangerous to us. Right, for a person, the simplest example, a person who, if you buy a fridge, I need to go and look at the manual to see how the fridge work. I can't just buy a fridge from there. I want to plug and press everything. I need to go back to the manual. Right, but most of us people here currently, with the advancement of technology, we are slowly losing ourselves. Right, we are slowly losing ourselves, and yet most people tend to think that we are becoming advanced. Right, I don't necessarily call it advanced. Yes, it's advancement in terms of technology, but ourselves, we are losing ourselves. Because right now, most people, they only just focus on what we see. It is very easy for us to focus on what we see. Right, but what I need to, or what I want to just share with you is that with everything you do, it's very important for you to take time to invest in understanding yourself, to invest in understanding the purpose that your creator has created you to live in this planet for, right? It's because if I know my purpose, everything will be aligned with my purpose. Everything that I do is aligned with my purpose, or should be aligned with my purpose, right? Somebody who is a runner, somebody who is let's say 100-meter runner, that person, the way they eat, the way they exercise is purely in association with him being, or with her being a runner, right? Everything they do aligns with them being a runner, right? And they're only just focused on being a runner. They're not focused on being a soccer player. They're not focused on being a high jumper, right? They are focused on their journey, because they know that as long as they are focused on their journey, that's when now fulfillment comes in. That's when now contentment comes in. That's when now you start to appreciate life in itself, to say, okay, there's not a moment in my life that I think I've lost, right? There's not a moment in your life that you're gonna think, okay, ish, I've lost this and this, because you do understand that each and everything that happens in your life happens for a reason. It's there to teach you, it's there to grow you, it's there to actually build your character, right? The easiest thing that a person can get is money, right? We are in a world whereby it's driven by money. Everything is money related, right? And I do understand, right? Don't get me wrong, I do understand, but that is the simplest thing a person can actually get, right? We've seen stories of people winning lotto. We've seen stories of people actually making it through different ventures, right? But other things that we do not see, a person's character, a person's experience, a person's humility, those things you don't get them overnight, right? Those things you don't get them from an app, right? You can't download those things, right? Those are the things that I want you to focus on as a young person, as a young male person, or as a young female person, between your 20, 25, even 30, right? Even 35. I don't think I still refer you as a young person if you're still 35, right? Those are the things that we need to be focusing on, right? Our character, how we treat other people, right? Those things are very important, and those are the things that we need to be focusing more on, right? Okay. Starting with the end in mind, it means understanding where you want to be in 30 years, in 20 years to come, in 10 years to come, right? Starting with the end in mind means that even if I'm going through challenges, or even if I'm going through circumstances, difficult obstacles, I need to make sure that I still see myself as that individual, right? In my mind, I still see myself as that person who is respected in the community. You still see yourself as that person who is actually there, a doer, right? You know, that person who every time where there's a problem, they call you, because they know that this person is solution orientated, right? They know that, okay, if this person is here, everything will go well, right? Because you can have money, but people still resent you. Your family members are still resent you because of what they know. This person, yes, they do have the money, but everything else about them is not okay, right? Because it's also quick. It's easy for you to lose the money also, right? So I suggest around 20, 25, 30, 35, because you still are in the first half of your life, right? Majority of people nowadays we live up to 75, 80, right? So when you're still 35 and lower, you are still actually in your first half of your life, right? So I would actually encourage you to focus on things that align you with your purpose, right? Because when all is said and done, people will remember you. People will remember how you made them feel, right? Not they're not gonna remember how much money you spend on them. They'll remember you for how you made them feel, right? People, Nelson Mandela is known throughout the world, not because he was the wealthiest, no, because of the agenda that his life was based on, right? He was known as somebody who wanted peace, right? That person, like, he's known all over the world. But we, let's say now, yourself, you only just have money to as something that is used to describe you. It's not a legacy that you want to leave for your kids. That wouldn't be a legacy that you want to have for your future kids and the future generations that is to come, right? So I'm not gonna say much because I've seen how, or I see how time actually flies, right? But yes, I just wanted to encourage somebody who wants to start and they see everything that is trending online, they see everything that is trending in their life, and they want to copy, right? You don't have to take the route that everyone is taking. You don't have to take the easy way out that everyone is taking, right? You can carve your own path, right? As much as it's gonna be challenging and difficult at the same time, but just know that that's where now your character is being built. That's where your patience is being built, right? Resilience. That's where it's been built. So you need to make sure you do what you start first with the end in mind. Once the clear, once the picture is clear in your mind, it's gonna be easy for you to continue even through those challenges that life will throw at you. Like I said, my name is Tato. This is Table Talk and Prayer, and I hope I was able to encourage and also just share a bit of light in your path and encourage you to start, right? To start, but start with the right intention. Make sure that whatever you want to start, be it a business, be it you want to go back to school, you want to start a small business, you have a few ideas, right? Make sure that you start with the right intention. Remember, everything that we do in this world, God is in the midst of everything that we do, right? And if you are doing something that will benefit other people, if you are doing something that will benefit a lot of people, definitely the creator is or the universe is in your favor because you are doing something that's gonna benefit the world as a whole.